Good afternoon, YouTube. Yes, I'm back for more. The 2020 collection continues with the P's. All good things start with a P. Pete for one. I've got a few. Just a yeah, 5-6 piles. We'll get through this as quick as we can. Of course, we'll give a few opinions on a few things as we go through. Let you know whether I own it as a steelbook as well. I better get started. First, cool film, Pacific Rim. Really enjoyed it actually. I've really liked that one, but then I watched it in 3D. Oh yeah, and I do own this as a steelbook in 3D as well. Highly recommend that one. Pardon me. The sequel, bit more disappointing. Didn't stop me getting it 3D though. Next we have Pacific, the True Stories. I haven't actually watched this. I don't know whether it's more documentary or not, but have not watched this yet. I will get around to it at some point. Alright, let's make sure that doesn't fall. Next, The Pact. It's supposed to be quite a good horror actually. I have not watched it myself yet, but one thing I found on a German website was a sequel, and it had like a 3D cover of that coming out in plastic, which I gave away. But The Pact 2, has anyone seen that? Then we have awesome film, loved it, Paddington, brilliant film. And what surprised me even more is I enjoyed the sequel even better. Hugh Grant's a right wanker in there, but it's a good film, really enjoyed it. Pain and Gain, a bit of a weird one, not the best character design ever, but not a bad film, quite funny in places actually. Pan, never watched it. I don't want to watch this until I pick it up in 3D, which I'm still searching for. Held its price quite well, so I'm not going to pay £6 for that in 3D. I'll wait till it's about £3. Pan's Labyrinth, yeah, good film. Yeah, enjoyable. Didn't live up to the hype, but not bad. Pandorum, this freaks you out. I mean, somebody comes out of stasis as they're being ate by a zombie, so really freaky. Very dark as well. Panic Button, never watched. I have my own bullshit button, not I don't have a panic button. Next we have The Paperboy, never watched it. Was a pound in the Poundland. Is that Zac Efron? Oh my god, it is and all. Probably won't ever watch that one then. Paper Towns, never watched. Supposed to be quite cool. One of those mushies. Paradise Lost. Just look at that cover. Blood everywhere. The best horror of 2007. 13 years ago. Who knows? I haven't watched it. Paranormal Activity. Yeah, I enjoyed the first one. Really didn't see the point of the sequel. Didn't see the point of it. Haven't watched it. Haven't watched it. Haven't watched it. Paranorman. Bloody good film. I've got a feeling I haven't even got this on my listings actually, so I better check that. But I do have it 3D as well, of course. Very good. Nice dark film, that one. Parental Guidance. I do like Billy Crystal, so I will watch this at some point. Just haven't got around to it just yet. Parker, as you know, anything that's Statham I like, but it's Lopez as well, so it can't be that good. Passchendaele, heard good things but never seen. It's supposed to be quite brutal actually, but until I see it, can't give an honest opinion. Passengers, I do really like it. I did own it on Steelbook 3D, but I got it really cheap and got like double the amount of money when I sold it on. But that didn't stop me, of course, getting it in 3D as well. One of my Australian releases. This cost about £3. Very good. Passengers. Not watched this version, but there is another one that I haven't got yet. I can't remember what that one's about. I'll have to remind myself. Passion of Christ. Yeah, brutal. Very brutal. It will surprise you watching that one. Then we get back into the nature, so we've got Patagonia in 3D. I love all of those. Then we have a sequel to it, Patagonia in 3D with other animals as well. Then we hit Patch Adams, Robin Williams, Laughter Helps the Medicine. Yeah, that's a cool film. Anything he does is good. Pathfinder, bit cheap looking. This is the kind of thing you see on the horror channel more than anything. But, you know, one of those. Making sure that doesn't fall down. And we hit pile 2 with Pathology. Never watched it. It's me attempting to bump up my horror. Don't know whether I've done a good job with that one. The Patriot. Awesome Mel Gibson film. Didn't get as much praise as it really should have, but I mean, Heath Ledger's in this as well. Bloody good film. Highly recommend that one. Patriots Day, based on a true story. I don't know how good an idea it was for Mark Wahlberg to do 2 back-to-back true story films, but I think this one got hurt a bit by him doing the other one first. So I was just looking at a bit of news on my screen up there. I don't recognise the name, so there you go. One of my favourite films ever. You know I have this as a steelbook. There is a story behind the steelbook, the fact that I got it for £1. But Paul, what a film. Brilliant. Very contrasting films next. Paul Blart Mall Cop, fucking funny. Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, about the secondary most pile of shit film ever made. No reason to make a sequel for that one. Paul Carrack live in 3D. I've never even heard of Paul Carrack, but it was about 20p. So I picked it up. I'll have to actually listen to it one day. Pay the Ghost. Supposed to be not too bad, but another horror that I just haven't got round to watching yet. And it's Nicolas Cage. I can't help but think, okay, he's paying his bills again, no matter whatever he brings out nowadays. Mel Gibson, Payback. Quite a quiet film when it was released, but not a bad thriller. Got to give him his due on that one. Payback Season. Another one of those lovely violent hooligan films from Britain. Peaky Blinders. Lots of people say this is amazing. I've only got series 1. I want to get about 3 series under my belt. Then I think we'll binge watch them. My other half really wants to see this. We will get around to it. Pearl Harbor. Yeah, there was a lot of hoo-ha maybe when this came out. Just too long. It's okay. It's not. It's nothing special in my opinion. Pelican Brief. Denzel. No, you can't do it. You can't do no wrong. The Penguin King in 3D. I love these. That really show you just where they live, and the colours are amazing. Penguins. Yeah. They're nutters. The People versus Larry Flint. This has been hanging around the £2 shelf at Poundwell for Poundland, I should say, for the last few weeks. Highly recommend that. Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Good film. Good film. Looks even better in 3D. There is a sequel to that which I thought I had, so God knows where that's gone. I'll have to find it. A Perfect Getaway? No idea. Haven't watched that one yet. Perfect Mothers. I picked this up in a charity shop and I don't even know which country it's from. Maybe Italian. But never actually watched it. But Naomi Watts is in it, so there's got to be something there. Perfect Storm. Cool film. Another Mark Wahlberg one, but George Clooney's in that one. Not bad. Perfect Stranger. Have not watched, but it's supposed to be quite cool. Bruce Willis. I just don't like Bruce Willis with hair. Don't know what it is. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Anything with Emma Watson you're going to buy, but it was cheap. It cost me like 50p. Perrier's Bounty. Not watched, but I do like Brendan Gleeson. Cool. And Cillian Murphy is the guy out of Peaky Blinders as well. So next we have Pet. It was on the pound shelf when it was £1, not £2. So that's when I picked that one up. I haven't watched it yet. The remake for Pet Sematary. I don't think they should have remade this myself, because the original, there's enough of a haunting in your head back then. We have Pete's Dragon, the live action remake, Australian copy. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I was quite happy with that one actually. Peter Kay Live, one of our best stand-up comedians ever. He's been going through the ringer lately though. Peter Pan. What can you say about that? It's a classic. Phantom, I think it might be based on the Kursk. We all know how dodgy the Russians are with that. Phantom of the Opera, this is like the live action stage production. Very cool. Let's grip the next pile. Phantom Thread. Got a lot of good chatter when it came to the Oscars, but I never really seen the point of it. Philadelphia, you know this is a good one. And Denzel again. Denzel and Tom Hanks. You're not going to moan about that really, are you? The Philly Kid. Not even watched it yet. Philomena. Anything with Judi Dench is cool. Phone Booth. Yeah, I mean, how much of a movie can you make of a guy stuck in a box? But this does it very well. The Pianist. Not watched. It's Adrian Brody, so you have to put a gun in the head to really watch anything with him now, because he just annoys me. Picture Perfect. Now, I put this in my collection, but this is like a scaling to get the best out of your TV, basically, Blu-ray. They sell this in covers for like 30 quid. You can pick it up for 50p in most places now. Never buy it new, you don't need to. Pimp, another Danny Dyer, so obviously never going to get rid of that. I haven't watched it yet though. Pineapple Express, wasn't that impressed with it. Funny in places, but not too bad. The remake of the Pink Panther with Steve Martin and Kevin Kline. Yeah, the first one's okay. Why the fuck they even did the second one, I'll never know. Really stinks. Pinocchio, another absolutely stonking classic. Piranha. This is the original classic. But you know, if you won't go in the lake after you watch that film. We have the remake of Piranha in 3D. The thing that does my head in is the fish growl at people. I mean, come on. But then we have Piranha 3D. So that tells you how, you know, lowbrow. Then we have Pirates of the Caribbean. Awesome. Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest. Awesome. At World's End. The most criticised of the three, but I really like it. Then we hit the On Stranger Tides. I've got it in 3D. Yeah, it's alright. I recently sold the fifth one simply because it was worth £10 at trading, and I can always pick it up cheaper later, so I have had it and I will get it back. The Pirates in an Adventure with Scientists 3D. Good film. Anything that's got that Aardman-esque look to it is always going to be good. Pitch Perfect, haven't watched. It's one of those films you got to have. Along with a sequel. Very popular. Only recently picked up the third one, so I haven't seen that one either yet. Pixar short films. There are 3 of these. There's the red one, the green one, and I think the third one might be blue. But the third one only recently released in America. I forgot to check whether the third one's arrived here yet. But of course I'm going to get it because Pixar are just amazing. Pixels. I've got the 3D version here, and I also have it in a steelbook as well. A lot of people hate this film, but I love it. Brilliant film. Place Beyond the Pines, good award winner there. Good thriller. I wasn't that impressed. Planes, not too bad. Not even a patch on Cars, but not too bad. Then we got it in 3D as well. And then we have like a semi-sequel, Planes, Fire and Rescue. Planet 51. This is funny. The Rock plays the astronaut, and their dog is an alien. Is the alien? Oh, yeah, it's really funny. Some good jokes in that. We have the original Planet of the Apes. You got to pick this up. I mean, just amazing. Then we have the Mark Wahlberg remake, which it's a toughie. It's okay. Nothing to write home about, in my opinion. And then we have the ever classic Platoon. Visceral as anything. You can't not like that one. 1.5 piles to go. Are you still awake? You bloody better be. Playing for Keeps. Another mushy 50p one. Point Blank. Nice thriller, but haven't watched yet. Heard good things. I'm looking forward to that one. Point Break. Classic. Some of the best action ever. Followed up by some of the biggest pile of shit disappointment ever. And in 3D, believe it or not. There are some films that should not be remade, and that was definitely one of them. Polar Express in 3D, not a bad animated. You can definitely tell it's Tom Hanks in it. Then we have Police Story Lockdown. This is apparently the 4th one. He's just trying to wring out more and more films and name it Police Story. It doesn't really work that well, in my opinion. The amazing classic that is Poltergeist, followed by the remake, and it's the extended cut as well. I've seen this, brilliant. Haven't seen the remake yet, so let me know. Am I missing something there? Does it live up to the original? I don't know how it can. Poltergeist 2, that's from the original set as well, and Poltergeist 3. I think the whole world could have done without the 3rd one, but there you go. Pompeii in 3D. Yeah, not too bad. Wasn't that disappointing in it. Yeah, it's not too bad. Poseidon, the original, is a classic. I used to have this on Steelbook, but sold it on just to get more films in, really. The Possession, uncut edition. Don't make no difference to me. Haven't watched it. The Post, Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks together. You know it's going to be a good film. Next we have the classic, which is Postman Pat, the movie. Yeah. I don't think I should have admitted I even owned that one. These were from a viewer. It's a TV series with 50 Cent. You have the Power Series 1. The Power Series 2. I think these are American as well, so I haven't watched them yet. And then we have the Power Series 3. I need to find out more about that, but end of the day, I haven't watched it yet anyway. Power Rangers, the movie remake. Yeah, quite well done, I suppose, for its time. Not too bad. Precious. Yeah, I enjoyed it, actually. Hell of an actress. What can I say? Precious Cargo. Not watched it at all, really. I haven't really heard anything about it either, so I need to find out a bit more about that one. Predator. Classic, the Ultimate Edition. But smooth when you get it in 3D. Bloody good film. Then we have Predator 2, Danny Glover. Yeah, it was cheap for its time, but I still enjoyed it. Gary Busey's a nut job in it. Predators, what a pile of shit that was. Predestination. It's Ethan Hawke, so should have some merit to it. Have not watched it yet. Am I missing something? Should I be watching him? Premium Rush. Yeah, a bit different. Not exactly a righteous dream. It's alright. Prestige, classic one. Classic film. Highly recommend that. Another classic, Pretty Woman. Must have in your collection. I mean, just classic film. Revenge. I haven't got a clue. I haven't watched that at all. Yeah. Psycho woman who's pregnant. Yeah, that's about average. Pride. Not seen yet. One of those British comedy ones. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. That title alone should tell you what it's going to be like. Pride and Glory. Awesome cast. Brilliant thriller. Well worth it. Priest. Blu-ray 3D. Good action. Well worth it. Ooh. Primal. No idea. Looks a bit cheap. Yeah. I think it's Australian, so always take that with a pinch of salt. The Prince with Bruce Willis. Have not watched this. Heard good things, but I've yet to see. Prince of Persia. I do have this as a steelbook from a viewer as well. Yeah, Gyllenhaal's good. There's some good stunts in that as well. Quite enjoyed them. The Princess and the Frog. About the most disappointing thing to come out of Disney for a long time, in my opinion. Yes, it was okay. Good colours. But it just didn't work in my opinion. It really didn't. It was almost like a fundraiser for Mardi Gras in my opinion. Prisoners, do not watch this unless you have a strong stomach for some real brutal content. Yeah, it's, if you're going to watch it, be prepared. Project Almanac, again, heard good things about this, but not watched it yet. Project X, more well, I've heard good things about it, and still haven't got round to watching it yet. I've got so much I've got to watch. The remake of Prom Night. Yeah, it's the usual hack and slash. It works. Prometheus surprised me actually. Yeah, the visuals are extremely smooth in this, and because of that, the 3D looks absolutely amazing. If anything, get it 3D. The Promise, have not seen yet. I think it's like a balls to the wall, all out, no budget spared type of action martial arty movie, so not bad. The Promised Land. You know when an actor feels that they've done everything they can and they want to do something which has morals? That's one of those vehicles. A Prophet, not watched. Scarface meets The Godfather. I think if a film has to mention itself in those kind of terms, it's desperate. The Proposal, tacky but funny. That's what I'd give that one. The Prowl, no idea, haven't watched it at all. Probably a cheap horror if you ask me. Public Enemies, we all know the story on this one. Public Enemies, Steelbook was hanging around the pound shop for a while. You're lucky if you got hold of one, but I did get one. What can you say about Pulp Fiction? Awesome film, absolute stonking classic. The Purge, yeah, enjoyed. The Purge Anarchy, yeah, not bad. The Purge Election Year, pile of shit in my opinion. Then you got the first Purge, which is in the Fs, not too bad. Purple Rain with Prince, good for its time. Bit of an ego boost for him, but other than that. The Pursuit of Happiness, the fact this is based on a true story as well, really makes it quite a poignant one. I would recommend that to anybody actually. Push, this is when you get an idea but don't have the budget. Yes, it is Chris Evans in it as well. Yeah, there are so many ideas and they just didn't have the budget to pull it off. It's okay, but don't expect anything even near Marvel in terms of sheer greatness or anything. Pusher, no idea, never seen it, and it was cheap. Looks violent, but a lot of things do. We're down to the final two, guys. Puss in Boots. This is brilliant. Antonio Banderas was the perfect voiceover for this. In 3D, it just looks even better. The colours are amazing in that film. And last, the absolute sodding classic, Psycho. You've got to have some Alfred Hitchcocks in your collection, otherwise you're not a serious collector. But that is a stonking one. And that is my P's. I'm sure there's going to be lots and lots that people are going to put in the comments of what I should be adding to the P's, because it's quite a prolific letter to have, really. Getting near the S's when it comes to the amount of films out on that one. Brilliantly love collecting the P's. I know there's a lot that I've got to collect, but I'm really happy with what I do already own. Thumbs up if you do like it. I'm really looking forward to your comments on this one, because this is one of those major letters, I feel. The next one's going to be a quiet one, because it's queued. I think that'll take about a minute and a half, because I've got like 9. So we'll get onto that one next. Take care and enjoy, and I will be back later with competitions. See ya.